15 classic cars that probably should have been crushed by now, but they're still here, still for sale, still waiting for someone crazy enough to save them. And the price? Starting at just 500 bucks. These aren't just projects, they're battles, battles between rust and redemption. And you might be their last shot. Quick cuts of rough cars, broken glass, engines hanging loose. Let's jump into 15 of the roughest real deal classics you can actually buy right now. Right. This old Dodge pickup from 1960 is a tough survivor. No title, no frills, and definitely no shine left on the paint. But it's largely complete and oozes character. You're looking at a truck that screams rat rod potential. Long bed, classic steel, and decades of stories in every dent and patch of rust. It's rough, no doubt, but it's not a lost cause for someone ready to weld, grind, and bring it back. Sitting in One Walk WI for just $950. (1973) Chevrolet Monte Carlo, Carrolltown, Pennsylvania. Here's a classic mid-size cruiser with that long hood and short deck design. Chevy's Monte Carlo. This one's got 61,000 miles and is said to have been running when parked. The seller had it stored with barrier protection underneath, so there's hope the floors and frame are solid. It needs a full refresh inside and out, but it's a decent candidate for restoration. Automatic, gold over black, and priced at $2,000 or best offer. 3. 1979 Lincoln Continental Rat Rod, $2,000, Buffalo, New York. This beast of a Lincoln has been a daily driver until just recently. Under the hood is a Ford 400 with a new Edelbrock 4-barrel carb and performance intake. It's been tuned up, has fresh plugs and wires, and even a new radiator. The body's beat up and the interior's rough, but this land yacht still runs, drives, and stops. If you want a quirky cruiser or a rat rod base with some muscle, this one's worth a look. $2,000, and it's been proven reliable. 4. 1974 Pontiac Catalina, $2,000, Waco, Texas. Here's a full-size Pontiac with a lot of potential or a whole lot of parts. It runs and drives, powered by a 400/350 combo, but the keys are missing. The front is wrecked, but the rest of the body is good, including the glass and chrome trim. Interior is complete but rough. This Catalina is ready for either a full-frame rebuild or to donate its guts to a better body. Asking $2,000 or best offer. It's the 5. 1973 AMC Javelin, $1,000, Indianapolis, Indiana. If you're looking for rare muscle car DNA, this AMC Javelin might catch your eye, even if it's seen better days. Manual transmission, V8, and all the rust you'd expect from a car left to the elements. No title and very rough, but the bones are there. Perfect as a donor car, parts car, or hardcore project if you've got welding skills and AMC love. The seller's open to trades for vintage rides or toolboxes. 6. 1972 Ford Mustang Fastback, $2,000, Florence, Alabama. Back into storage it goes, but this '72 Mustang Fastback is still up for grabs. It's got a motor that turns by hand, lots of rust in the floor and rear panel, and a seized-up rear taillight panel. But these long-body Fastbacks are popular projects. There are extra front-end parts and new components available for an added price. If you're willing to dig deep and start fresh, this one's priced firm at $2,000. 7. 1979 Ford XLT, $650, Smyrna, Tennessee. Here's a heavy-hitting work truck with potential. It's got a 302 Autotrans, factory AC, tilt wheel, and power steering. It hasn't run in a while, but the seller believes it will. The body has rust in typical spots, front floors and rear wheel wells, but the bed and cab mounts are solid. Bill of sale only. Whether for parts or a full frame-up restoration, this one's fair at $1,650. 8. 1973 GMC 4x4, $1,000, Neshcoro, Wisconsin. This GMC is an all-time 4x4 that's rough but alive. It'll need batteries, a carburetor, and an exhaust, but it does run. No title, no guarantees, just an old workhorse that wants a second chance. The sellers even open to trades for a go-kart or something with a motor. It's not pretty, but it could be fun. Asking $1,000 flat. If you've ever dreamed of owning a Gran Torino like Starsky and Hutch, here's a rough one that might be up your alley. This 76 model comes with what's believed to be a 351 Windsor under the hood, though it only runs on starter fluid for now. The seller admits it's a project, and they aren't offering much more than that. No long conversations, no tech support, just a straight sale, as is. That said, the big news here is that it does come with a title, which is a plus for any classic project these days. If you're local and handy with a wrench, it could be a budget-friendly muscle project at just $1,200. The 1964 Pontiac Bonneville, $800, Powder Springs, Georgia. This one's a rare gem in rough shape. A full-size 1964 Pontiac Bonneville two-door hardtop, mostly complete but in need of a total restoration. Listed for just $800, though the seller originally asked for $3,500 or best offer, this Bonneville offers a huge canvas for creativity. It likely still has its original wide body lines and classic styling intact. No specific drivetrain details are included, but given the era, it might have come with a big 389 or 421 V8. A true restoration candidate if you've got the time and space to take it on. 1972 Ford F100, $2,000, Madison, Alabama. Here's a well-loved F100 from the early 70s with a solid selling point, a freshly rebuilt engine. The ad doesn't say whether the new motor is installed or sitting on the side, but either way, that's a big chunk of the job done for you. The condition is listed as used, good, which is promising, especially in the world of project trucks. If the body's decent and the frame is solid, this could be one of the more turnkey restorations in the bunch. Great lines, strong parts availability, and classic truck charm, all for $2,000. Josh 12, 1979, Ford F-150 regular cab FX4, $1,500, Soperton, Georgia. This late 70s F-150 is one of those listings that sounds like the seller's on the fence, ready to let it go, but still a little attached. It's a manual truck with 111,000 miles and plenty of new parts included. Fresh taillights, grille, extra starter, carburetor, and more. The body wears a brown exterior over black interior, and it's been through 2 owners. It's not clear whether the truck runs, but with that pile of extra parts, it might just need a weekend or two to get back on the road. The seller ends the listing with, "Talk me out of it," so you might just get a deal if you show up cash in hand. Thirteen 1978 Ford F100 Shortbed, 2000, Georgia. Here's a classic shortbed pickup with Ford's legendary inline-six 300 cubic inch engine. It's paired with a C6 automatic transmission, and while it doesn't currently run, the engine is free and turns over with a battery. The seller includes a pile of new parts: single barrel carb, master cylinder, starter solenoid, voltage regulator, and more. It'll need to be towed, and the tires will hold air just long enough to get it onto a trailer. If you're into building old school workhorses or street trucks, this could be a great entry point into the hobby. 14. 1967 Rambler American, 1500, North Vernon, Indiana. This two-door Rambler American is described as very solid with minimal rust, something you rarely hear in budget classic listings. It's mostly complete except for the engine and transmission, so you'll be starting with a rolling shell. But it comes with a title, and the body is in good shape, making it a prime candidate for a hot rod or Ristamod project. With its compact size and light weight, these cars have a cult following and can turn into something unique with the right drivetrain and some creative styling. 15, 1963 Ford Fairlane 500 Sports Coupe, $550, Lenexa, Kansas. We wrap up this round with a true parts project. This 63 Fairlane two-door hardtop has already been mostly stripped. No title, lots of rust, and the trunk is described as toast. But there's still value here. Doors, hood, windshield, rear glass, a gas tank, rear end, and even some fresh brake parts. At just $550, this is either a donor car or a starting point for a full-blown fabrication-heavy build. If you've got another Fairlane or are hunting for panels and trim, it might be worth saving. From engine-less Fairlanes to wrecked Bonnevilles, every car in this video has two things: a past and a chance. These rides aren't for everyone, but for those wild enough to see gold beneath the grime, this is the dream. Hit that like if you love crazy car rescues, and subscribe for more junkyard treasures brought back to life. Catch you in the next one, only on Kingna.